So it's Liverpool versus Real Madrid, and it is going to be a very exciting game. Trent Alexander-Arnold is just about fit for this fixture. He's coming back to Anfield, and I feel like there is one team that has been struggling but has got a good win at home against Aston Villa, and there is one team that is flying high. They can have a say in being one of the top five clubs in the world right now in terms of not in terms of how big they are, in terms of the form and the quality of the squad. If you look at the quality, the first thing I saw in this is the base. This is basically the base of the team, and this is the attack. This is your threat, and this is your base. This is how you absorb pressure. This is how you apply pressure. Liverpool, if you see, they can compete in applying the pressure. They can compete with a lot of teams in the world. You can say Isaac also here. You can have you see, you don't even have depth. If Gakpo is out, if Salah is out, you won't have too many players to play. And McAllister as well, who is offensively pretty good. He is very creative and he can come up with a long range threat as well. So they have enough threat. But if you look at these positions, and this position in terms of form, that is where the issue is, because the burden on these two is very high. And obviously, Robertson has not been that bad for Liverpool, but he is aging, and the fact that they needed a left back, they bought a left back, says it all. And they have not been playing Robertson for most of the season. They were playing Kirkis, but Kirkis was so bad that they had to bring in Robertson. But if you look at Real Madrid, they have Trent Alexander-Arnold, they have Carreras, and obviously defensively, Gakpo can exploit Trent Alexander-Arnold. But I don't think that the threat Trent Alexander-Arnold gives and the space that will create for Mastrachano or Rodrigo or whoever is playing in this position, even if they are playing with a 4-4-2, I feel like these areas, Van Dijk and Gravenberch will have their task cut out, because Robertson would not be able to handle that pretty well. And if you see Mbappe and this zone, so you have this threat here. Here you have pace and power, here you have creativity, and here you have long balls that Trent Alexander-Arnold can give to Vinicius Junior, and then Connor Bradley and Konate will be under pressure. And you see here there is lack of defensive midfielder quality. Like McAllister has not been having the best of games, and I realize that I have also missed so was like Soboslai has been carrying this team a lot, and he has been in great form. But I feel like when he is in these sort of areas, he actually defends better than these right backs as well, and he also allows threat from this side. And then Salah has some support, but Connor Bradley attackingly, I don't think he is much of a support, and that is why people can double up on Mohamed Salah, and that is why he's not having that good a game, because the people are doubling upon him and he's not getting space and time to move. Last season, if you see, because Trent Alexander used to be here, he used to be another level of threat. So people used to close him in, and then Salah used to find himself in space and run. So that also Carreras and Bellingham, these sort of players have their responsibility cut out. They have used one. So you see, Real Madrid look good. They're both triangles that form the base of their team look good. Germany, Militao, Trent Alexander-Arnold. And you know, Arda Güler, you can play him or you cannot. Real Madrid against Barcelona, what they had to do, they had to just sit and counter. Against Liverpool also, you can do the exact same thing. You don't even need to play Arda Güler. You can very well go with this a 4-4-2. You can remove this guy, you can remove this guy. You can play Valverde in the midfield. You can play Kamavinga in the midfield. You can do all those stuff. I think they played 4-4-2 against Barcelona. Let me check that team once. They against Barcelona, they went with Kamavinga in midfield. I know that they had Valverde as well. Let me check. Uh, both had a red card as well at the end. Pedri and Andre Lonin had a. Nobody cares if Lonin had, but Pedri got a red card, so that was bad. They had Arda Güler in wide areas. They had Arda Güler in wide areas. They had Vinicius Junior in this wide area. They went with Mbappe and Bellingham. Bellingham becoming the second striker. So that also can be done. Valverde was playing the right back that day. I feel like Valverde can come into midfield, and you can have Vinicius Junior and Mbappe attack. You can have full pace. You can have Bellingham. You can have Valverde. You can have Arda Güler here. You can have. I think you can have Valverde in the midfield. You can have Bellingham a little wide, and you can expect Bellingham to be a little more creative from the wider areas and allow Mbappe and Vinicius Junior to make runs. And if you see, if this team has enough height to sort of physically exploit, what am I saying? Physically exploit Liverpool. Like teams have been doing that, but it doesn't sound right. But yeah, that is what teams have been doing. Arne Slot hates headers, set players, etc. Whatever Arsenal is good at, it is what it is. But I feel like Real Madrid also have in Bellingham, Chouameni, Militao, Houston. They have enough height as well, and they have deliveries from Trent Alexander-Arnold. They have enough pace in Mbappe and Vinicius Junior. This team looks very well set to beat Liverpool, and I feel like Xavi Alonso, you were expecting tiki-taka football. You were expecting a lot of combination plays, possession football, this and that, but Xavi Alonso has also realized to, if a team likes that sort of a game where you have possession and they have fast wingers like Mohamed Salah, like Cody Gakpo, and they have runners and they have threat going forward, you can sit and absorb, have a good defense, sit and absorb and counter because you have the fastest player in the world and you have Vinicius Junior along with him. So you can just sit and counter. I feel like that would be the plan for Real Madrid, and I feel like Real Madrid have enough quality all over the pitch. Their form is better. Their team cohesion is better. Their identity is set. I don't think Liverpool's team even has an identity right now. They're just going by trying to solve one issue at a time, and I feel like there are a lot of issues in this team. So I feel like Real Madrid should win this game very comfortably. Have predicted a 3-1 win for Real Madrid, but you never know because if you see Aston Villa tried to play football, and in football, sort of like in they tried to play counter football, possession football. They tried to go toe to toe with Liverpool, and that just played in the hands of Liverpool. So if that Real Madrid try that, then we can have an interesting game, and I feel like Liverpool will have a chance then. But if Real Madrid try to sit back and counter, Liverpool's defense is shaky and they will crumble, and I don't think they have enough from their fullback areas to threaten, and their wingers will find themselves doubled up, and from there you can stop those passes to Soboslai. Like I feel like most of those plays would be like Van Dijk going to Konate, Konate going to Conor, Bradley, Bradley going to Salah, and then Salah will be doubled up and they have to go back. Those sort of things Real Madrid should do. They should form a mid block, and then they will try to counter. And midfield that Liverpool has, you see, Gravenberch is the only defensively aware person right now. McAllister is also defensively aware. He has that Argentine South American passion, but I feel like he has not been having a great time this season, and I feel like he is declining a little bit. So you have a reason to attack these sort of areas because Konate is not in form, McAllister is not in form, and Bradley really does not know how to handle this going forward and coming back. Defensively, he's good, but attackingly, he lacks. So if he tries to overcompensate, you might find these sort of areas shaky. And if Trent Alexander-Arnold plays with any winger here or even in a 4-4, you will see these areas also exploited because if Trent Alexander-Arnold enters these areas, then you won't be able to double up on the other player that would be with Trent Alexander-Arnold. So that player will find himself in space, and you have quality all over the pitch. So anyone in space, and Liverpool will be in trouble. So I feel like Real Madrid are all set to win this game. And if my prediction is wrong, then Liverpool are really back and they have a plan. So let's see what happens. I'll see you after the game.